I'm Ruth Delgado, and today I will be talking about the coronavirus. It's actually called the novel coronavirus, but so I'll be talking about the origin of the coronavirus, where we're at today, and then also the possible effects it could have on the future. And so, just by show of hands, how many of you are worried you might get the coronavirus? Okay, not too many. Okay. So this is just a map of the whole world and where we're at in the whole world. There are a lot of cases everywhere. Basically, I think when I last checked, because the numbers keep changing, there were 71 countries who have cases. And so before panicking, it's important to do our research about what the coronavirus is in order to know what's truly going on. And so first, we must look at the origin and how it spreads. So the coronavirus is actually a family of viruses, and it's a zoonotic virus, meaning it transmits between animals and people. And so the first cases started in Wuhan, China, and the origin is unclear. So they're unsure as to which animal transmitted it. It's possible that it was bats. It's possible that it could have been other animals, because bats sometimes transfer it to other animals, and then those animals transfer it to humans when they eat them. And so it spreads by respiratory droplets. So if you cough or you sneeze, even just speaking, you can transfer it to somebody else. And the other thing is, like, if I cough on a table and you touch the table, you can get it. But if you touch the table and you touch your eyes, your ears, your mouth, or your nose, you can also get it. And sometimes it can live on the surface for a long time. It depends. They don't know how long it can last on the surface, but yeah. And so in the world, there are a total of 90,932 cases, and 48,163 people have recovered. So that's about like 53% have recovered. The amount of deaths have actually increased, but when I last checked, there was 3,119 deaths. And out of those deaths, only 180 were outside of China. So China's getting hit the most. The mortality rate is between 2 and 3.4%. Currently, we're at 3.4%. And the closed cases include recovered and those who died. And yeah, so actively there are only 39,650 cases. It's also possible that there could be more, because it takes a while to show symptoms, and then you also have to get tested, so that takes a while as well. In the U.S., there are 102 cases, but only 16 are actually confirmed. And of those confirmed, only 12 were travel related. 4 of those were like transferred from person to person. There are currently 27 people who actually tested positive, but the CDC doesn't include those as confirmed, because they tested positive at hospitals, but they still need to test positive with the CDC. So yeah, there are 6 deaths in the U.S., but all those deaths are in Washington State. This is just a picture of what Wuhan, China looks like when they were quarantined, and as you can see, it's a ghost town. No one's on the streets, no one's going out. They only go out when they need food or water. And so to prevent getting it or transmitting it, you have to wash your hands, you cover your mouth and nose when you sneeze or cough, thoroughly cook your meat and eggs, and avoid close contact with others. Now, they say that masks protect, but only this specific mask protects, the N95 mask, and that's only if it's worn the right way. If it's not worn the right way, it's not going to do much for you. And so the effects on the future, it could be a possible pandemic. They're still debating, because the WHO defines a pandemic as the worldwide spread of a new disease that affects large numbers of people, but they don't want to label it as a pandemic yet, because there's a possibility to still contain it, even though, I mean, when you look at the map, it doesn't look like it's contained. But they also don't want to spread fear, so that's why they haven't called it a pandemic yet. But if you look up news articles, like, it'll say like the U.S. needs to prepare for like a pandemic, but it's really it's not certain. So if it does spread to the U.S., there will be less travel in general. The economy, there could be a possible recession. They could quarantine us, and then if a lot of people fall ill, then there are not, like, grocery stores aren't gonna have what we need, and there's also the possibility that everything could be fine. So yeah, so now that we know a little more about the coronavirus, we can do our best to prevent its spread if it ever gets over here, like at Lewis, and hopefully we no longer panic, but for those who panic, thank you.